Hey guys, welcome back to my Robinhood portfolio. Wanted to start things off a little bit different with this video. I wanted to kind of go through and review some of the buys that I had placed, limit buys for some user suggested stocks about a week ago to kind of see how those have been playing out here. Tried to put the limit orders in for a little bit less than what the stock was selling for, but the market's been performing quite well over the last week or so. So a lot of these buys have yet to be made, and I may go in and kind of play around with those limit orders and maybe just put those in pretty close to market price so I can go ahead and buy those. Again, I kind of want to add a few more stocks to my portfolio, and it's fun kind of playing around with that. And if I'm just putting in a bunch of limit buys that aren't going to be executed, that's no fun. So I'll probably go through and revise these after this video, but let's just kind of go through and review some of the stock limit orders I placed here. So Verizon placed an order at 51.40. That's been trending $52.50. I thought that was going to trend down a little bit more than it did. Some of my telecoms came down after some of the plans were kind of mixed up. There's a little bit of a pricing war between the major telecoms. Really hasn't happened too much. It went down a bit, but not as much as I thought. So I'm going to go ahead and probably put this up to the 52.30 or 52.40 to go ahead and buy some of this. Pretty good dividend yield at 4.3. IBM here as well. That was trending down. Currently sitting about 159 and 54 cents. I put in 156.50. This is kind of a longer term buy. The stock had been trending down for a while. Nice little dividend at 3.2%. So I'm going to go in and put that up to probably 157.20 or so. So I can go ahead and buy that. Coca-Cola, very good performing stock. Great dividend yield, 3.2%. Very low volatility stock. Trading about 43.25. So I thought this would go down a bit. The market was kind of trending down a bit there for a while, but like I said, it's been strong over the last week or so. So I'm going to go in and put that down to probably 43.15 or 43.20, just a few cents less than the market price currently, to see if I can't go ahead and buy a share of that. Have a few stocks already with regards to Ford. I was going to add a few more, put in a limit order, just one stock, 12.15. It's been kind of bumping around 12.30, 12.40-ish. Nice dividend yield, 4.7. So I might lower that. Actually, I might put a few $100s into Ford. It's been holding steady. I think that's got some good upside potential to it. And then Intel, the last one here, I placed a little dividend yield of 2.9, so not too bad. It's currently trading about 36. I thought that was going to fall a little bit more than it did. Kind of read a little bit too much into the market on that one, but I'm going to go in and make that limit price a little bit higher, probably 35.90 or so, to make sure I can get a stock of Intel. And going back to my overview here, I was up about $37 a day. I had a few payments made with regards to dividends. My Pfizer paid 15, and my bond fund that I had sold, the BlackRock Income Trust, paid me another $14 or so. And you can see here the sort of trend that I mentioned in my last video again happened today. Kind of fell down early in the morning, and then it kind of held steady there, and at the end of the trading day made some gains back here. I'm not sure if that's reflecting those dividend payments or not, but kind of jumped up from $4 to $21 there. And looking through my stocks here, kind of mixed overall. A few in the green, a few in the red. So yeah, and here's some stocks I'm watching. What I would kind of like to talk about today is kind of diving into some more high yield, dividend yield ETFs. Kind of want to play it a little bit more safe. These are a good way of jumping into the market and essentially buying into stocks that already have a good diversification. So I kind of want to go through a few that I've been looking at. This one here, Vanguard Fund, Dividend Appreciation. It's got a great dividend yield at 2%. And these dividend yields aren't going to be as high as individual stocks or some of those high yield bond funds, but 2% for a very good diversified holding like a Vanguard Fund is pretty good dividend yield. And with these, it's more about capital appreciation than the dividend yield. That's kind of a bonus on top of what the fund's already doing. Good fee rate, much lower than mutual funds that are essentially identical to these, but they're a little bit more heavily managed. The second fund here, iShares High Dividend Equity Fund here. And you can see at the bottom there's 75 high-yielding U.S. equities screened for high earnings potential. So again, a nice dividend yield, 3.3%, diversified, relatively stable as well over the last 1 year and 5 years. Been trending up nicely. Third one here is an S&P dividend ETF, and if you can see on the bottom here, it's essentially yield-weighted index of the 50 dividend-paying companies from the S&P 1500 Composite Index. And nice dividend yield, 2.3. Again, well diversified. It's been trending up. Essentially, these market or mirror what the overall indexes are doing. And the last one here, this DVY fund, Dow Jones Select Dividend Fund, essentially like the last one. Nice dividend yield, 3.1. Somewhat different portfolio of stocks, but very well diversified. So yeah, I'm thinking about putting a little bit more money into some ETFs. It's going to be a little bit more hands-off. My money's going to be, I think, a little bit safer than trying to pick individual stocks. I just haven't had the time to do the research required to do that. But I have been kind of having some fun here, buying some user-suggested stocks like the ones I started the video off with, and I'm going to continue doing that moving forward. I have quite a bit of money in E-Trade account that I'm going to start liquidating. It's essentially invested in a lot of mutual funds, but I kind of want to take some of that money out and play around with it on Robinhood here. Hopefully, by the end of the year, I'd like to get up to about $20,000 total equity in my account. It's sitting at about $7,000. And I'll try to be adding at least 1,000 to 2,000 a month here over the next couple of months. Is my plan anyway. That may change, but if my trades continue to work out, overall I'm down a bit. But that was that one play with Pfizer and Portola. If I wouldn't have had that, I've been actually up about $200 to $300. So not too bad over the last month or so that I have my account open. Again, just kind of scrolling up and down my portfolio here. A little bit mixed, a little bit of red, a little bit of green. So. If you like this video, let me know. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe. Always helps me out. And again, let me know what stocks that you think I should be adding to my portfolio. Should I focus more on ETFs? Should I focus more on dividend yielding bond funds? Should I focus on dividend yielding stocks? Or should I try to play some more capital appreciation stocks that don't necessarily have a good dividend yield, but have long-term potential with regards to capital appreciation? So. Yeah, let me know, and we'll see you guys next time.